How to make my no-bake Milkybar cheesecake. One of the best desserts you'll ever make and one of my favorites. So I always start my cheesecakes off in the same way with a biscuit base. My favorite biscuit to use by far obviously is the digestive because it's the king of cheesecake bases. But if you wanted to use something else, you can. Usually my blog post will say about this, such as if you want to use shortbread, you've got to use about a third less butter. But for now, it's easy. Digestives, blitz to a crumb, add your melted butter and press into your springform tin. Beautiful wet sand texture. Once you've made your biscuit base, you need to press it into your tin. I always use these springform tins because I find them much easier to get the cheesecake out at the end. But if you just have a loose bottomed, just make sure to line the sides as well. But yeah, an 8-inch springform tin and press your biscuit base down nice and firmly. Once your biscuit base has been pressed down nice and firmly, you can either keep it in the fridge for a little bit whilst you do the filling or leave it on the side if it's a cooler day and just, bake the delicious cheesecake filling. So once you've made your biscuit base, it's time for the important bit, the Milkybar chocolate. And of course, I'm obsessed with this. We all know this cheesecake. If you haven't, where have you been? Because it's so famous. Honestly, the amount of people that have made this cheesecake, I can't keep up with. So that's why I thought I'd make it for you guys, just so you can see how I do it. When you're doing the filling, you want to make sure your chocolate is nice and melted and cooled slightly before you start the filling. And then I have some double cream, some full fat cream cheese, icing sugar, and of course, vanilla. The best ingredients you can use to make a cheesecake, make sure they're full fat and you'll get the perfect cheesecake filling. Once you've whisked together your cream cheese, icing sugar and vanilla, you then have to add your chocolate and your cream. I find it easier, especially when using a whisk like this, to just mix in your melted chocolate first fully, then add in your double cream and whisk again for the perfect, thick, lovely texture. Nice and thick. Once you finish your cheesecake filling, it's time to add it onto the base. Make sure that your cheesecake is really, really thick like this because that means it's going to set really, really well. If you find at this point your cheesecake mix is not thick at all, the chocolate might have been too hot, or you've over whisked or not even whisked enough. It's so hard to tell, but I do have a cheesecake top tips blog post I will link in the description box below. But either way, if you find it's too runny, add a bit of dissolved gelatin and it will set very, very well. But either way, when you're filling the tin, make sure to pack it into the sides and then smooth on top before you set it in the fridge. Once you've put your filling into your tin and smoothed it over like so, you then need to set it. Minimum probably 5 to 6 hours in the fridge, but personally I always do it in a fridge overnight for the perfect set. If you're in a little bit of rush, you can use the freezer, but fridge is always better. So I'm gonna go set mine now before I decorate. Once your cheesecake has set, it's then time to decorate. Of course, you've got to get it out the tin first. I then put mine on a large plate and then I drizzle with a little bit of melted Milkybar chocolate, some sweetened whipped cream, and of course, even more Milkybar buttons, because why not? So yeah, have fun decorating. So that's how to make my no-bake Milkybar cheesecake. It's one of the simplest, most, delicious show-stopping desserts you can do, and I love it. So I hope you love it too. Make sure to check out the full recipe in the description box below and enjoy.